So we're gonna move to opening homeowner forum. Does anybody here have any questions or comments or concerns regarding what's on the agenda? On the agenda.
Medically number 13 on page 2.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. So do I ask right now?
Yes.
Okay, there's a proposal to replace the Aventura pool heater.
Uh-huh.
Usually on a pool heater, they do some plumbing work on that. Has there been any thought in regards to doing a pilot project to take a look at converting one of the pools over, all of them over to salt? I think it would be a substantial savings on chlorine costs. Chlorine is going to be going up probably another 35 to 40% in the next couple of fiscal years in the industry. And usually to convert something like that, it's only about $2,500. And while you're working on the plumbing itself, has there been any thought on that?
No, there has not, but we can bring that to the board and our community enhancement committees and our facilities team, but that has not been a discussion at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it might be something to take a look at, especially on you know, trying to save money here and there, but it is a huge cost savings in regards to chlorine and pool maintenance. So it might be something to take a look at if you're carving into the pipe itself.
Yeah.
Good product project.
Thank you.
We'll definitely look into that.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
Number 17 is landscape lighting, replacement at the terraces in this way.
Correct.
I'm really here this evening for a light that's out in front of my house, it's been out for more than 10 months.
As for a street light,
Yes, ma'am.
so that would be something that we would need to discuss with facilities in the city of Henderson, as a majority of the street lights are owned and maintained by the city of Henderson. These entry lights are landscape entry lights just for their specific entry to their gates. It's not street lights.
The problem is, I talked to 4 or 5 different people, and it seems no one knows how I can achieve a resolution with that street light. It's a safety hazard. It's been out for more than 10 months. I started this 10 months ago with phone calls. I waited a couple of months. I started again. I talked to maybe 5 or 6 different people.
At the city?
No, ma'am. The people that I spoke with said that they were in negotiation with the city.
So the city's actually here and she'll be able to give you an update later on through the agenda.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, because it's been an ongoing discussion, so we have a city representative who will probably have that on her agenda in terms of lighting updates.
Well, as I said, it's a safety hazard. It's a concern for me. It's the only light on the particular corner. There's no other lighting there, and it's extraordinarily dark. I just thought that 10 months was an extraordinary amount of time to get a light on. They told me there were custom lights when I first started this endeavor. I understood that it would take some time. I thought we were talking maybe 2 or 3 months. I didn't even inquire.
Yeah, and like I said, they are city lights and they're working with the city and getting new custom lights being installed, and she will have that update later on in this meeting.
Well, she's not here now.
She's
Yeah.
right here. But she has her own agenda item, so she'll have her time to speak at that,
Okay.
during that time of meeting.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Doris Carlson. I'm a registered nurse and I bought my house in December of 2020. I have no idea, with the exception of 2 people, who these members are here. There's no name tag. There's no tags. And I would like to know who are the homeowner, with the exception of 1, and the board members that belong to the developers. Like I said, I'm new, and it's the first time I've attended one of the meetings. I'm glad to see so many people here, but I still don't know all these strangers up here, with the exception of 2. So can you introduce yourselves?
I did all that.
Doris, yes, you bring up a good, point. We will have nameplates next time.
Thank you.
Hi,
I'm Mona Goshen from Toll Brothers.
I'm Adriana Vera, KB Home.
And Krista Bilbrey with KB Home. Lisa hires a resident. So I'm the only resident. I'll also just say one thing, just so you guys know, there are other builders, but when a builder is gone, they no longer are on the board. So for instance, Pardee that became Tri Point is no longer on the board. So then there was a second position filled. So there'll always be 5 positions. And there's just 4 of us because you have one resident representative who's not in attendance today.
Is that Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Is he still on the board?
Well, yes, he is until the elections next month.
But the elections that position doesn't take place until January.
So technically, yes, he's still on the board. Okay,
We're-
we need to get back to the only agenda items.
I'm a little confused. So is somebody absent from the builders or they're just gone and hasn't been replaced?
There's somebody absent from the homeowner board members.
Oh, okay, so just an absentee then.
Yeah, just an absent.
So where are the
As a
two
child
KB?
notification here.
Where are the 2 KB?
Like I just said, when one of the builders is gone, so Tri Point's gone, they're no longer building. So the predominant builder right now is KB, so then they fill that 5th position with another KB.
When?
No, their construction is done.
I have a friend having a house built.
They have their own homeowners association.
Yes.
They're not.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, yes.
The reason I was told to come here is not listed on the agenda, so I just wait to the end.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's move on and actually start the action items.
There are no owner comments on the YouTube channel, just so you're aware.
Okay, thank you. Approved minutes from the July 19, 2022 Board of Directors meeting. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Everybody in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Financial statements, review and accept financial statements. Board will consider action to approve the association's monthly financial statements previously sent to the board under separate cover for the period of July through September 2022, subject to audit. Make a motion.
I'll second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, management and committees reports, City of Henderson update. Jerry, you are up.
Thank you. Is this good to stand over here? Should I address them or address you guys? Address
You go
them?
for it.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today on behalf of Councilman Dan Shaw, your councilman. Of course, today is a city council day, so he can't be here right now. But I'm here on his behalf to present a report from the city of Henderson. So for those of you who are new, I come here to the meetings to give a report, and then I also report back to the councilman any issues that need to be brought up. So, okay, the first thing I have on the agenda is the Center of Excellence. The City of Henderson and College of Southern Nevada broke ground on Monday, January 31st for the Center of Excellence, the Multi-Use Development and Advanced Manufacturing Training Center in West Henderson. The Center of Excellence is a 17,000 square foot multi-use development that is slated to be complete in early 2023 and will be the primary source to produce Southern Nevada's emerging manufacturing workforce. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Jerry Schroeder, by the way. Next thing is the Henderson Police Department recently broke ground on its most state-of-the-art substation in West Henderson near Volunteer Boulevard and Via Inspirada. The facility will be home to the HPD's Dispatch Center, Police Academy, as well as a future K-9 memorial site. The completion is scheduled for early 2023. Some development that's coming up, some of the projects, there are apartments at Inspirada Town Center, parcel 28, approved by the City Council on October 4th. It's 7.5 acres, 224 units, 4 stories, northeast corner of Via Inspirado and Via Da Vinci, just north of Mira Inspirada Senior Apartments. Then we've got Centurion, which is at Via Centro and Via Inspirada. It's 24 acres, 764 unit mixed use townhouse apartment retail. Then there's some more apartments at Via Central North on 13 acres, 284 units, both 2- and 3-story buildings on Via Central northeast of Atessa Park. And more apart, Via Central South, approved by City Council on July 12, 2022. It's 11.5 acres, 222 units, both 2- and 3-story buildings. It's companion to Via Central North apartments and directly south of them. So next thing, street lights. Inspirata Builders, the city and the homeowners association have proposed retrofitting a portion of existing bell lights with Cobra head arm assemblies to address failing units and provide a better lighting profile. Under this scenario, the homeowners association will benefit from cost savings, and the city would assume maintenance of the new standard assemblies going forward. The fixture purchase has been approved, and purchase of the fixtures is underway. The order has been placed for the arms and fixtures, and we are waiting on delivery, which should be mid to late December. I'll address you. We'll do that later. Development along Volunteer. There are several housing developments under design and construction along the south side of Volunteer from Via Inspirata to Gillespie. Along with this development, improvements are being made along Amigo, and the extension of Bermuda will be constructed to south of Volunteer. Via Nobilia, Via Inspirata to Las Vegas Boulevard. Full roadway improvements from Via Inspirata to Las Vegas Boulevard continue. Project includes flood control facilities, traffic signals, and water and sewer line construction. Construction began last October 2021, and we anticipate 1 year to complete construction. Oh, that's now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The project is well underway and approximately 87% complete. So it's almost there. We're getting there. Multiple intersection traffic signal project. Design of traffic signals at the intersections of Gillespie and Volunteer, and Bermuda and Volunteer, Bermuda and Erie, and Amigo and Erie. Streetlights will be added on Volunteer between Gillespie and Bermuda as well. This project also includes various traffic signals north of St. Rose Parkway and miscellaneous areas of small roadway improvements. The overall design is expected to be complete early 2023, and then the project will move into construction. Other infrastructure going on, we have Eastern Avenue, Horizon Ridge Parkway to Anthem Parkway. I'm sure a lot of you use that road. Rehabilitation of pavement and ADA enhancements at various locations, currently in design and scheduled to advertise this winter with an anticipated construction schedule of 4 to 6 months. Sunridge Heights Parkway, Levi's to Costco. Construction of new roadway from the edge of the Levi's property to Costco. The project consists of roadway construction, including median islands, street lighting, storm drain culverts, and water lines. The project was awarded to CG&B Construction at the August 23rd City Council meeting, and construction is expected to be complete by early 2023. Amigo Street and Sunridge Heights Parkway improvements. Construction of a new roadway west of Raiders Way to extend Sunridge Heights to south to Bruner. The project is being awarded to CG&B Construction at today's City Council meeting, and construction is expected to be complete by early 2023. And then Via Inspirata, Via Da Vinci Signal, construction of new traffic signal at the Via Inspirata and Via Da Vinci intersection. Design is about 60% complete and is expected to bid out in early 23 and construction completed by late 2023. You guys are gonna like 2024, all this stuff's gonna be. Gillespie Street, St. Rose to Bruner, new roadway construction. Project is in the final design phase and is tentatively scheduled to advertise for construction bids by the end of this year. And then finally, a couple of other things. Veterans Day ceremony, I know, Bobby, where are you? Oh, you're here. So I know that you guys are going to be having a Veterans Day ceremony, the celebration from 1 to 3 on Veterans Day. But the city has their Veterans Day ceremony, and it's Saturday, November 5th at 10 o'clock, and it's at the Water Street Plaza. So if anybody wants to come over, we get a lot of veterans that come out. They do the Henderson Symphony Orchestra plays all of the theme songs for all of the services, the branches. And it's a really great service. And then they also have a keynote speaker who's usually a veteran. And we've had veterans from World War II and then they were really World War II, and to Korean War and stuff. So it's a really good service. So that's November 5th. It's over in downtown Henderson, so it's a little bit of a trek from here, but it's a really good service. But also, I would encourage you to come to the one that's closest to you over at Solista Park on November 11th, 1 to 3 over here. And then finally, the last thing I have is Contact Henderson. This is where you come in. So if anybody needs anything from the city, if the city needs to be aware of something, because, you know, everybody can't be everywhere all the time, and we count on residents to help with reporting something like a street light that's been out for a long time. This is why Karina had asked, and I think you had, did you contact the city? And you said no. Well, if the city doesn't know to fix the light, then they don't know to fix the light. So all you have to do is to go on to contacthenderson.com, and you just go to you just click on Contact Henderson. And from there, you choose an appropriate topic or subtopic of your subject matter, and it will be directed to the appropriate staff person. So in the case of the light, it would be directed to the appropriate staff person in Public Works to tell them there's a light out. When you do this, please be specific where the light is, because if you just say there's a light out in Inspirata, it would be great if you say on this specific place. And if you can also take a photo of, you know, the cross streets, then I think that would be very helpful. So that way Public Works can come out and change the light bulb. So yes.
It's not a light out, it's a light down.
Okay,
The
yeah,
whole structure has.
Okay.
come down.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's probably why they're waiting, because they just purchased the arms and all that, you know.
But
the cover
you-
stuff, so,
I know you
yeah.
work for the city and the city council. Isn't 10 months an extraordinary amount of time for someone to respond to something? It's the only.
Well, if they're notified, you didn't
Well-
notify the city. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
so, yeah, because if the city doesn't know about it, then yeah, 10 months is a long time, but if they don't know about it, then they don't know. to
Well,
fix
the
it.
problem is this, then it's being misinformation spread, because when I got contacted the homeowners association, they told me that they were in negotiations with the city, which means I notified them. Then they should have notified the city. I mean, for something like this to be out, it's extraordinarily dark over there at night. I'm 72 years old, I'm retired. I have my grandchildren, and the reason I'm here tonight is because I had my great-granddaughter weekend before last, and she fell out there, and I'm like, don't go out there no more.
Yeah.
And just don't go out there, period. But the fact of the matter is, when I initiated the first call, they told me, as I said before, I'll repeat. They told me that it was a problem with the light and they would get it taken care of. I waited 30 days, which I thought was a reasonable amount of time. I then called the homeowners association. I talked to someone in facility maintenance, I believe, and they told me once again, it's those are, I forgot the word to use, but it was something to the effect that the lights were different than normal lights.
Right.
And
Right.
therefore. it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
hard
that's
to
what you
get
can roll
them.
out, yeah.
So
yeah.
I sympathized with
Yeah.
their plight, and I said, okay, no problem, so, but you're working on it, absolutely,
Yeah.
Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah.
So then, I waited another 3 months before I made a phone call, I'm like, wait a minute, what are you working on? Can you give me some information as to how long this will actually take? And then I'm satisfied,
Okay.
you know, so.
Yeah, I get it. So I misunderstood what you said. I thought that you were talking about there's a street light out and they had to change the street light.
No, ma'am.
So I apologize for that,
Structure.
because I misunderstood what you said. So, but yes, they've been working on this, the replacement of the street lights. So that way everything conforms. Now the city of Henderson's gonna maintain it. But I'm sure you are all aware of a lot of delays, and I don't know the answer, because I don't work in public works or anything, or the ordering. But I know that there's delays in wood and all kinds of different things, and so there could be a supply chain issue. I don't know at all.
Okay, but
But-
when you
but I
say
don't know.
the lights are being fixed, then you were thinking more that a light was out.
Yes.
You were gonna come out and put a light up.
Yeah.
There's nothing up there, the poles, the
Right.
wires are hanging.
And that's what I didn't know, that's what you were talking about, that the pole is actually down.
Okay, but now
Yeah,
that-
yeah, now I know.
Now that you recognize that.
Yeah.
can we get something up there? It's not gonna be an easy fix because it's not just a light,
Right,
it's the whole structure.
yeah.
You know, it's the whole one.
If you could go on to Contact Henderson and take a picture of where it is and everything, what it looks like, that's gonna help the city staff to be able to come out and fix that problem. So I can send it in, but I don't know where it is, I don't know what it looks like or anything, but that's where we count on the residents to help with
It's
that.
right on the corner of
Yeah.
31, 32.
So, yeah, Yeah, so just go on Contact Henderson, and you can take a picture, download the picture, and send it over and say, this is where this is out. You see that the pole is down, and, and then they'll respond from there. Yes, sir.
Sounds like a safety issue.
It is.
You want to be sued? It's a,
That's
Well,
what I'm
suing
saying.
doesn't do
For 10
anything,
months,
yeah.
It's been
no,
a
but
safety
but it's
issue.
a safety issue.
It is.
Right, right. Well, and again, like I said, I misunderstood what he said. I don't know, maybe.
So the information that I got prior to our conversation this evening, the information that I got was misinformation. Because no one, when I called the association, this is what I'm saying, well, who's handling this? They said facility maintenance. I talked to a gentleman at facility maintenance. I got that number from the association. I called that number and I talked to a gentleman and he said, oh, yeah, we know about that. As a matter of fact, the night the light fell down, the security for Inspirada was the one that picked the light up and put it in their little pickup truck and took off with it. And I'm figuring, well, the association has enough, that's why they called it first. Because I'm saying, well, they know what the issue is, the whole light's gone, it's dark on this corner, and they'll get it fixed. That didn't happen, so I started making calls, as I said. But the whole thing is, it's really a safety issue, it
Right,
really is.
absolutely.
10 months, to me personally, maybe not to everybody, but to me personally, seems an extraordinary amount of time to replace a light. Even though it's a structure, even if it was something that, a light that's unusual. 10 months, a year.
Mr. Ferguson, we
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
move on with the meeting. In pretty much, we are all aware now of your situation. Are you comfortable that you need to reach out to the contact Henderson number for the resolution at this point?
Would you prefer I just don't talk?
No, I mean, we're repeating the same thing over and over. We need to move on with the
You
meeting.
gotta move on.
We do.
I wasn't gonna take more than a minute.
There are
But it's-
times-
I know.
that's fine.
I'm just saying, we
That's fine.
appreciate and we just want to make sure you've got what you need for tonight.
Because you need to talk. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Mr. Ferguson, and anybody else who has any concerns, I'm actually out here, I work with the association staff, if there's anything that I can help try to get a message
Well, I
across afterwards, just visit me right out here, I'm out here all night later.
Well, I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Are there any other comments for Jerry's benefit? She's just here to give the city of Henderson update. Otherwise, the board's gonna move on with the business.
Can I get a copy of the literature that you read? this evening?
is that gonna be posted?
Yes, that's posted after the meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
Gary. My name is Bob Flynn, I'm a resident. What do we have to, I apologize to the builder reps. What do we have to do to get enforcement on some trucks that are dropping? The law's very specific, the loads have to be secured. I mean, they're dropping almost boulders in the road. The load's not covered, which by law is supposed to be covered. And what really appalls me is at the end of the day, I'm watching the trucks dropping stuff that I'm like trying to dodge it. And there's a sign on the back, not responsible for broken windshields. What a slap in the face.
I think it was.
I mean, how do we
I'm not an
get
attorney.
enforcement?
Yeah, I'm not an attorney about that, but.
I mean,
think
code
that would be
enforcement.
okay. But yeah, well, they're not violating any codes.
Oh, yes, they are.
Then that would be code enforcement, right?
Right,
It would- yeah.
they're
If
losing.
they're violating any codes, then, but if it's covered and.
It's not. Very few of them are.
So it would be good to get whoever the company is, and then report it over to the city to say that it's this company, whether it's last paying or.
And that will do absolutely no good, because in order for them to be cited or anything, a code enforcement person or a law enforcement officer has to see the offense. But I mean, there's virtually very little patrol in the area.
But if you go to Contact Henderson and you put that information in there, then they'll send somebody out. So for instance, if somebody's complaining that people are speeding up and down the street, some police will go out there and start ticketing, and people get upset that they have a ticket. But it's because and again, if you don't tell the city that there's some issue, then they don't know to fix it. So contact Henderson is how to do that. Any kind of issues that they need to know about, because they, you know, like I said, it can be everywhere all the time.
Right.
And if you have a specific time frame that that's happening too, because, you know, if it's all day long, or if it's just in the morning or in the afternoon, that would be very helpful. Just being specific, that would be very helpful.
All right, thank you, Jerry,
Okay,
so much.
I've been very patient here, okay?
Go ahead.
I feel the homeowners are getting kind of rushed here. Okay, thank you very much for the update on the building, but I do have one request for the council member. There's a mystery park that's being built on the southwest side of Inspirada that contains probably no less than 60 of these like 50-foot light standards. And nobody seems to know what the game plan is for that park right there. I did hear that they're going to be utilizing that as a huge softball complex, and they're going to be having tournaments 24/7 there.
No, there's no tournaments.
Well, this is Las Vegas.
Yeah.
This is Las Vegas.
Those
So,
lights,
okay,
I got
so the thing is, though, is
No, there
that-
would be a time frame.
one of the developers sitting on the table over there probably knows what it's all about. I asked at our homeowners get together the other day and nobody really knew. But if the council member's office could take a look at that and just find out what sort of permitting or what the feasibility study was for that, I'd be much appreciated. I do believe it may be a city park, because right now it doesn't belong to us. And just on the southwest side
It's
of.
Montagna.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't know what street those are over there. They're just-
Okay. Let's back up.
Yeah, I can find out about that. If it's the city or if it's gonna be developed.
No, if you could come next month, that'd be fantastic. Maybe some,
The meetings here are quarterly.
well, maybe if I give you
But I
my,
can give them the information, they can get.
or I can give you my phone number or email or something, that'd be fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I don't know if this is appropriate, but I hear all this building of apartments and homes, and are they gonna put up another grocery store up in this area? Yeah.
I'm sure that they're.
Trader Joe's, please.
Prefer Trader Joe's. I know, I've done that before, right? So some people like a weird chips over on my section.
Okay, any other questions for Jerry? All right, hearing none. Thank you, Jerry. Really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And again, if you have any issues, just contact Henderson, or you can, you know, go to Caitlin or the board, or, you know, and say, hey, can you ask this for me? And they know how to get a hold of me. So, okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Management update. New home closings. As of August 31st, there was 5,472 units paying assessments. This number includes homes in 10 benefited service areas that are fully built out, as well as 1,023 city homes. Facilities director update. Jeff, you're up. Make it quick.
Thank you, Jeff.
Very short. Replastering and deck resurfacing project was completed at Potential Pool. Window blinds were replaced at the Toll Brothers Gym. Pool furniture for Toll Brothers Clubhouse is on back order and hopes to be received and delivered in Inspirada by the end of the year. Pool heaters scheduled to be turned off on October 24th as the 2020-22 pool season comes to an end. Pool heaters to be turned back on sometime in mid-March of 2023. Irrigation timers were reset to 3 watering days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the fall season of September through October for the Southern Nevada Water Authority schedule for Inspirada community. Facilities Department in Brightview performed a landscape turnover walk with Toll Brothers for the last piece of common area at the south end of Canvas Sky Street in Pod 52. Brightview to include the new area on the monthly rotation in November. High Impact Signs successfully installed a monument sign at the entrance to Park Gated Neighborhood. And wrought iron paint and asphalt seal coat projects were completed in Porter de Ferry.
DRC Community Standards Director Sonia Lindquist will provide compliance of DRC committee reports.
Okay, compliance. Over the last quarter, we've had 2,769 notices that were sent out. Out of those, 71% were for landscaping, 8% for rubbish and debris, almost 7% for maintenance, and 4% were for architectural. So compliance has been busy. DRC, we've had 229 applications come in over the last quarter. 142 were approved, some with conditions, some straight out, and 4 total were declined or withdrawn.
All right, Social Committee Lifestyle Director Annalise Gamboa to provide update and report.
Hello, I stand, but I'm kind of tangled up in these wires, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm here to report the fun stuff.
Yay.
On August 2nd, Inspirata partnered with the Henderson Police, FBI, and Nevada Highway Patrol, support groups and safety advocates, and joined neighborhoods throughout Henderson and across the country to mark the 39th annual National Night Out. We asked residents to lock their doors, turn on their outside lights, and join us in the Solista Pavilion to learn about initiatives and programs to help build a stronger and safer community, get to know their neighbors, and strengthen relationships with law enforcement, community partners, and businesses. Henderson Police and FBI provided a variety of demonstrations and hands-on experiences such as fingerprinting and the bomb robotics. On Friday, August 12th, all students were welcomed after school in the Solista Pavilion for a special treat to celebrate their first week back to school. The lifestyle team served approximately 150 students, and it was the perfect opportunity to connect with the neighborhood school kids of all ages. In September, the annual fall garage sale was on Saturday, September 10th. There were a total of 128 homes who participated. Assured Document Destruction, Nevada State Recycle, Goodwill, and Salvation Army were on site to provide services to the community. On September 30th, the association partnered with the Nevada Beverage Company to host the Love and Lager Fest on National Love People Day. On this day, we were encouraged to lift others up through the profound power of unconditional love. A portion of the proceeds were donated to Tony's House, a local nonprofit who provides a safe living environment and a supportive community for people in transition to help them heal, reconnect with children and family, and develop the skills needed for a healthy and fulfilled life. The association was able to donate $1,000 to this organization. This past Saturday, we collaborated with the Farmers Market for a specialized market featuring a pumpkin patch. Residents were required to register to receive a free pumpkin and were limited to children of participating households. For those who did not have children, were able to receive 1 pumpkin per household. The pumpkin patch was open to all to enjoy and partake in the festivities. The lifestyle department continues to plan the 4th quarter with the following events. On Friday, October 28th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our annual Fall Fest with a carnival theme. There will be games, performances, a movie on the lawn, and many fun activities. To honor veterans in the Inspirata community, we will be celebrating all those who served in the military and retired first responders on Friday, November 11th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The lifestyle team is partnering with local veteran groups to provide veterans in our community with information about services available to them, including but not limited to benefits, financial assistance, scholarships, and other programs. We are also planning the annual meeting celebration on November 16th. Location is yet to be determined. And then this year's Winter Festival will be held on Saturday, December 3rd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. with a specialized winter market. The association will partner with the Farmers Market and resident craft vendors to provide crafts and goodies for purchase just in time for the holidays. And as we close this year, the lifestyle team would like to thank the board, the social committee, and the residents for supporting our events. Our goal is to create memorable occasions for all to enjoy. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Assistant Community Manager Caitlin Moran will provide updates for the Community Enhancement Committee and Service Area Committees.
Okay, so our Community Enhancements Committee was able to meet at their scheduled September 2022 meeting. They are still researching a few enhancements for the community. However, they do have 2 projects going in front of the board this evening for their approval, which includes concrete trash receptacles along the West Trail and the overlook, and solar light ballers through some of the more mature pocket parks that need some more lighting at night. And they are going to continue their efforts to meet regularly to discuss upcoming possible community enhancements. Our service area committees, which include Altera, Escala, Estates, Milano, Porta de Ferro, Park Terraces, and Toll Brothers. Majority of them were able to meet during their scheduled September meetings, and they are continuing to perform recaps of their previous meetings, review the budgets and potential projects for the rest of 2022, as well as upcoming projects for 2023.
Thank you, Caitlin. All right, review and approve items, unanimous consent agenda. The board has taken the following unanimous consent action since the last meeting. They approved proposal for revised verbiage regarding permanent holiday lighting and entertainment lighting. They approved holiday lighting for Escalia. Just need the board to acknowledge their actions. Acknowledge.
I'll second that. If you send those out or provide a copy of those revised, they went out in the newsletter.
And there also will be included in the budget mailer.
Okay.
All right, everybody agree? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Common area turnover. The board will consider action to approve amendment number 5 and 6 to the Brightview Landscape Maintenance Contract, which accommodates common area maintenance responsibilities that have been turned over to the association since the last meeting. This includes the following: pod 6.5 common areas, pod 7.2 common areas, 3 pet stations on pod 5.3, 35 city homes on pod 7.2, trimming of trees above 12 feet on villages 2, 3, and 4, beginning 1/1/2023. A detailed list and amendment was provided to the board. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Pre-emergence application to native areas. The board will consider action to approve landscape proposals from Brightview to purchase, deliver, and apply pre-emergent to the native areas that are not included in the monthly contract. Product will reduce the germination of weeds in the following areas: south of Bicentennial, south of Via Da Vinci, north of Via Da Vinci, north of Bicentennial, south of Via Contessa. Motion to approve.
Can I ask one question? Is that the same product that they've always used, pre-emergent? Is this okay. So I tried looking up what pre-emergent was, it's the same stuff that they've always used, right?
Yeah, they use it in the large native parcels every year, around December.
Motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Review and approve acknowledgement of investments. The board will consider action to accept investments which the treasurer has initiated to remain within FDIC insured limits for the associated investment policy. Motion to accept investments.
Motion to approve that.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Review and approve 2023 budget adoption. The board will consider action to approve the 2023 budget for the master as well as each service area. Assessments will not change for 2023. Woo! Motion to approve or adopt?
I'll second that, yeah.
Well, they're just really coming fast on that word.
Oh, we spent a lot of time.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consideration to approve an annual update to Exhibit A of CCMC's management contract to adjust, that's not right. Yeah, to adjust home sale clothing fees to align with new state law requirements, sorry.
You're right.
Motion to approve.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Replace sod throughout Inspirata turf areas. There's a lot of turf areas. I am not reading every one of them. The board will consider action to approve a proposal for the replacement of sod throughout Inspirata turf areas. This proposal includes replacing 15,414 square feet of sod turf that has declined with a rabbit, pet urine, and fungus damage. The areas where turf is to be replaced, like I said, there's a lot of them.
They're listed on the handout.
There are listed on here. Motion to
I
approve.
have a question. Is this
Yeah.
a reserve expense or operating?
It is listed as an operating.
It's an operating budget. Yeah, as long as this gets changed to the
Yes.
latest tapestry.
Yes, okay. Yes, ma'am. Motion to approve. Second.
It's the last time we're paying for this.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, Lisa has spoken. Solar bollard installation in pocket parks on Essie Poplars and Degas Tapestry. The board will consider action to approve the proposal to install 17 solar bollards and concrete footings within 2 pocket parks located on Essie Poplars and Degas. Wow, I'm having a hard time.
Degas Tapestry.
15 solar bollards and concrete footings will be installed within the pocket park located on FD Poplars, and 2 solar bollards and concrete footings will be installed on the pocket park located on Davis Street. This will also include removing approximately 146 linear feet of turf and replacing with decomposed granite within the FD Poplars Park for the lights to be installed. Motion to approve?
As long as we can talk about, maybe, did you ask them why that shipping price is so high?
Yes, we're gonna address that.
So, all right, pending that
Pending shipping
I
price.
get to call.
Is that your motion?
I'm calling this person.
We have a motion.
Yes, we want the lights, so.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, yeah, Lisa calling shipping.
Seriously. That was a lot.
Consideration to install concrete trash receptacles along the West Trail and Overlook. The board will consider action to approve the Community Enhancement Committee recommendation and proposal for the installation of trash receptacles and concrete paths along the West Trail. The proposal is to install 8 concrete benches, including the Inspirata logo. They look so good. You gotta do it. 6 trash receptacles and concrete paths will be installed along the West Trail between the previously approved benches, and 2 trash receptacles and concrete paths will be installed at the overlook. Did I just say something wrong? Yeah, we didn't need concrete benches. These are trash receptacles.
The bench has already got it. I don't know how that sentence has stayed in there. Okay.
We're delirious. What can I say? We got the budget done. Anyway, approval for the trash receptacles.
Motion to approve.
Second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Board will consider action to approve the appointment of Vernon Hong to the Porta de Ferro Service Area Committee to fill the recent vacant spot and fulfill the remaining of the 2022 term.
Yes.
That's the first. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Board will consider action to approve the proposal for the fall plant and tree replacement within the park gated community. This proposal includes the removal and disposal of declining shrubs and installation of 126 5-gallon plants and 2 24-inch box trees. Motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The board will consider action to approve the proposal for the repair of 646 linear feet of concrete throughout Inspirata that has been damaged and now cause possible tripping hazards. All areas are owned and maintained by Inspirata. This will be a master reserves expense. Motion to approve?
I motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Board will consider action to approve the proposal for the replacement of the current pool heater at the Aventura Pool. Heater was found inoperable due to flames bursting out of the side of the unit. Proposal is to remove the one large unit and replace with two smaller repack units that will be more efficient. This is a master expense.
And when are the heaters being turned off regardless?
The 24th.
The 24th.
So this one, maybe we can postpone and take the time to look at the cost to do the, because the plumbing has already been done.
No,
No, it wasn't.
he's ordered the heaters, well, no, he hasn't ordered heaters. The company that has them has a couple in stock. He wants to grab them before they get sold to somebody else, because then we're gonna have a lead time on heaters.
We don't really turn them on until spring.
Mid-March.
Yeah, I think we hold off and maybe have a conversation about.
Okay.
Let's try and see, you know, what they say and get a cost. If we were to convert this all.
Yeah, if you can try to figure that one,
To check it.
it'd be a good time to try that one.
Yeah, just to get a cost and see what it is and let's figure that
Yeah.
out before we look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we're gonna do a motion to table right now. Moving on, the board will consider action to approve the proposal for the replacement and upgrade of 6 smart controllers to 4G. The current 3G boards are outdated or are not compatible with the smart controller units anymore. This is a master reserve expense. Motion to approve,
Motion to approve.
second.
Yeah.
All in favor? Board will consider action to approve the proposal for the installation of 6 weather-based irrigation controllers throughout Inspirata. Self-adjusting weather-based controllers make daily automatic adjustments to match local weather conditions and typically produce savings of up to 15% per year. Controllers will be installed in the following locations: the common area, 2783 Marquetta Street, 2982 Durburne Street, and I'm killing you. Park Community, side of 2626 Ornette Regent, and side of 3059 Young Bouthier.
Is this the first time those sensors had to be replaced?
These are replacing just the normal Rainbird timers. So every year, we have a budget, every year we try to convert the ordinary irrigation timers to smart controllers to
Because there's so much.
save expenses, and we get a rebate.
Oh, so every year we're trying to.
We're trying to-
Yeah.
We had one great big, okay, because I'm like, how often have we done this? We're just, okay.
And they're targeting areas that have like, you know, like this area,
Well, this
42
area-
stations, yeah,
Right.
those bigger areas.
And it's a little bit older.
So this will be coming out of the master operating, park operating, and the state's operating. Motion to approve? Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Board will consider action to approve the proposal to install 7 solar bollards and concrete footings at 2 locations within the Terraces neighborhood. 5 solar bollards and concrete footings will be installed along the common area walkway along south side of vehicle gates, and 2 solar bollards and concrete footings will be installed at the easement gate in the cul-de-sac of, boy, I just gotta stop talking.
And this is terraces and they.
And yes, this is their request. This is their request.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
The board will consider action to approve the proposal to replace 7 landscape lights within the terraces entryway.
And again, this is their.
Yep,
they know.
this is their
Okay,
wish.
I motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Board will consider action to approve the proposal for the installation of acid tanks at the Solista and Potenza pools. These tanks will hold more acid and can be refilled by a service truck, replacing the need for Gator pools to hand deliver the acid to each pool. This will be a master reserve expense. Motion to approve.
This is something that they want to try. It's not something you have to accept right now.
And if we were to
But-
go solve, we wouldn't use this anyway.
Yes, you would.
We would?
Well,
Okay, good.
yeah.
I knew somebody out here would
Okay,
know that.
now, you would need the acid, my guess is it's been balanced
Okay.
pH on the
Yeah.
pool. You're gonna need that, the salt generator just is
I motion
for
to approve. Yeah.
chlorine titration into the pool.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second that.
All in favor? The board will consider action to approve the proposal to install a 25-foot aluminum flagpole within the Solstice Pavilion. The pole will be installed in replacement of a current tree near the grass area. The United States flag will be provided at no charge for the purchase of the pole. Lighting proposals will also be sought to ensure the flag is properly lit at all times. Yeah. This is a community enhancement committee recommendation, and it will be operating expense.
And it includes that light, right? This includes the light, that, okay, yeah, I'm motion to. It includes, because it says lighting proposals will also.
Wait.
Did we get the
To
light?
ensure the light.
We might have gotten the light
I thought
after
we
I
did.
made those. I think we did.
And
So
but
it is-
18,000, it includes the light? Lights included.
It doesn't show the lighting on the proposal.
Because this total is here.
No, this does not include the light. This is just the flag itself, the flag installation and pole.
They know that though, the CEC knows that.
Yes, because this was brought to
Oh, yeah.
them from the social committee.
Okay.
Yeah, we're actually had two committees come together.
Yeah, well, when the committee knows that is where it's at, and motion to approve it.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Well, this comes to the end of our action items.
Madam Chair, there's something, there's no new items on this, so I didn't know when to ask this, because the original question at the beginning is, do you have any questions about anything that's on the agenda? But there's something that's not on the agenda. If you take a look at under C, management committee reports, item C. So with the exit of one of the builders, I think it would be important to add in builders reports on that, so it'd be management, builders, and committee reports. I think it would be prudent to have a report on total homes that are planned as of this moment for Inspirata, the homes that have been built, and the percentage of builder controlled property. Since we had TriPoint bail out on this thing, you know, we have questions in regards to what builders are in control right now. And basically what it is the builder should be able to give a report collectively on how many lots are left in the development and a status on percentage of homes that are built. So then that way it's open in regards to the controlled parcels that control the votes on the board. Luckily, we have one homer on the board, but basically what it is right now, I don't see any reports from the builders on here. So I make a proposal on behalf of the homeowners to add in a builder report that can give an update on the status of the building going on in the development. It doesn't have to be how many sticks of lumber, it doesn't have to be how many foot of PEX pipe that they put in, but at least how many are in process, how many are sold, and what percentage of the lots are left. And in that way, we have a transparent number, and so we can forecast when we may be able to have another homeowner on the board.
Okay.
So is that an action item, or will that be done by next meeting then?
So we can add that.
Yeah, we'll add that to the next.
Okay, so then that would be there.
So, yeah, so on our next item on the agenda is open homeowner forum, which is where you would submit your suggestions, which you just did. So we'll add that to the next agenda for the next portion.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, of
Appreciate it. I'd love to hear from the builders on this one.
Okay, so we are gonna be moving into our closing homeowner forum. Janet, can you check to see if we have any?
Yeah, take the room first and then I'll come back after.
All right. So this is the time that you can speak.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna hit her first. Yeah, yep.
I'm here, I didn't hear this in the social committee lifestyle report. I was told to come today because, I submitted an application for a charter club. I got an email that we were not qualified to be, and I would like, to understand why, because as far as I understand, we met all the requirements. I reviewed it with Annalise, so I was told that there would be board feedback.
Which club were you?
Progressive Inspirata.
So all of those clubs were discussed during their executive session, and we will be sending out notices after the meeting with the board's official response.
Okay.
So there were multiple clubs who applied, so we'll be sending out notices to all of you.
Okay, and will it, if we are denied, will it explain why clearly?
Yes. Yep, it will give their reasoning for any decision that they make.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. My name is Robert Goseckel. Moved in recently, and I have a complaint. Do some of you represent CCMC?
Yes.
Okay. I bought my house. I moved in 3 months later. About a month and a half after I bought it, I got a landscaper and he gave me a quote. I put my proposal in. Nothing happened. I tracked down the nice young lady that coordinates the landscaping proposal, and she said, I'm not in the CCMC system. So I made the phone call, and they said, and a nice lady there talked to somebody else, came back and said, oh, next Monday they're gonna put you in. Okay, waited a week, not in the system. Called again, not in the system. Called again, we're overwhelmed. You know, come on, get your act together.
Absolutely.
We completely understand. We get those complaints all the time, and we do send them up to our corporate office. All closings for CCMC properties are handled in the corporate office in a different state.
I mean,
So
3 months
we
after, 3 months after I closed the house, you can't put me in the system? Come on.
we hear you. Completely understand.
Thank you.
And if you want to get with one of us and give us your address, we'll definitely make sure. to follow up.
The landscaping stuff. So
Okay.
once I was in the system, the coordinator here is very nice. She's very nice.
Thank you.
Carol.
One point,
Yeah.
just a suggestion, you know, now and then we come up with the word community center. Here we are at Toll Brothers having our meetings. There might be a solution. One would be the HOA has property, some of it, which I believe is deadlocked. And if somebody wants to buy it, sell it. But the solution might be at Solicitor Park, where your offices are. Double deck the building, move the offices upstairs, restructure the downstairs, have the builders kick in. I don't care because you guys are going to be building other communities and Inspirata will be your jewel. And what's the feasibility of double decking? And you don't have to even put the full upstairs, just enough or more for your offices. And I don't think it would obstruct anything because the tower would be taller than going up and rearranging the downstairs to have our meetings, social events. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Carol.
you. Any other questions, comments? All right, hearing none. Deanna, did we have any?
We did not, let me check one last time, nothing.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, every one of you. Your voices are important to us. We do appreciate you coming out. We're gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Motion? Second? Second. We're done, 7:03. Thank you very much.